we've gotten started here. VWA championship match as Rustee the Fox Thomas going up against Heidi Lee Morgan. Heidi Lee, who apparently has changed her tactics here. Heidi Lee in the past has been a big, huge fan favorite. We thought this was going to be a pretty clean match, but hasn't started that way at all. Because the first thing that Heidi Lee did was berate the fans here in the VWA. So I guess so much for Heidi Lee Morgan and her good sportsmanship. And there she is talking and mouthing off at some of the fans now. And Heidi Lee Morgan has wrestled Rustee the Fox Thomas for this belt on several occasions. Rustee kind of brings Heidi Lee in the hard way. Heidi Lee straining to try and reach the ropes, and there you go. That's going to hurt your knee. It's going to hurt the inside of the thigh muscle. But Heidi Lee, the veteran that she is, rolls over and grabs the rope. And a kick by Rustee. And a slap to the side of the head. And they exchange blows. They don't call her the Fox for nothing. Action still to come here to VWA. As the heavyweight championship is up for grabs as Agent Orange goes up against Nikki Air Hawks. And back in the ring, Rustee's got a hold of actually both legs. As Rustee is stepping on the right leg and is twisting the left. A very painful maneuver. And both girls are trading hair pulls. Rustee pulls up Heidi Lee by the hair. The ropes. Body press, 1, 2, and it's going to take a little bit more than that. And a rake at the eyes, and that'll change the momentum very quickly. As Rustee is being choked down on the top rope. And Heidi Lee probably doesn't weigh any more than 115, 120 pounds. But still, when you've got your throat draped over the bottom rope and somebody's stepping on you, it doesn't matter how much you weigh, it's going to hurt. And so is that, as the head goes right into the turnbuckle, but only a 2 count. Rustee was basically in control of the situation, even though she was not actually able to do much of anything, but she knew where she was and was able to kick out. Heidi Lee comes up now, and it looks like it's a chin lock, but it may be on the throat. And Rustee is now getting the crowd into the action. And she whips Heidi Lee over. And Heidi Lee with a quick slap to the side of the head. And there she goes with a hair pull into the turnbuckle. And a quick punch right into the sternum. There goes another one. And there goes a shoulder into the midsection. And Heidi Lee is trying to wear out Rustee to try and gain this VWA Ladies Championship. And there's a monkey flip. 1, 2, but only a 2 count. Very cagey work by the veteran Rustee the Fox Thomas. Kind of hard to see from a vantage point what's happening here. Could be a chokehold, hair pull. There goes Heidi Lee standing on her again.
5 minutes into the match.
And the referee is pulling Heidi Lee off of Rustee and is basically telling her, hey, look, you know, you wrestle fairly or we're going to call this a disqualification and you won't get the belt. It looks like another punch to the throat. She throws Rustee into the ring ropes. There she goes with a flying body. Look at that maneuver. That must have been a maneuver that Heidi Lee learned in Japan. Looked like coming for the flying body press, then almost doing a cartwheel in midair. Again, not much of a vantage point, but it appears as if Heidi Lee is choking on Rustee. The referee is asking Heidi Lee, and she says, no, I'm not choking her. And there Heidi Lee uses the ropes for a little extra leverage. And Heidi Lee badly wants this VWA Ladies title. She takes Rustee and pops her into the ropes again. And there she goes with a big elbow. She measured for that one, reared back and let one fly. Get a little bit extra leverage and momentum on that elbow smash. Once again in the ropes, and this time she's got her tied up. And here is Rustee, who's worse for wear in this match. But by Heidi Lee carrying on with the referee, it's giving Rustee a time to catch a blow. Into the corner, but Rustee jumps up and comes back with an elbow of her own. 1, 2, just a 1 count. And it looks like the tide has changed for Rustee the Fox Thomas. As Rustee now takes Heidi and pushes her into the ropes and comes back with an elbow of her own. And Rustee is saying, all right, let's get this one over with. She throws her in, picks her up, side suplex. 1, 2, but only a 2 count. As Rustee thought she had her with the side suplex, and it just wasn't to be. Rustee picks her up, and there she goes with oh, this time a backbreaker. And only a 2 count. And the two ladies are trading blows right in the center of the ring. There's Rustee up. She just kind of goes flying through the air. She went flying up to try and do a flying body press. It looked as though Heidi Lee saw it, just kind of pushed her out of the way. Heidi Lee with a body slam. And Heidi Lee is going up top. This girl from Atlantic City has been known to fly. She goes all the way up to the top rope. And there she goes with the kick. 1, 2, but the shoulder is up. And Heidi Lee thinks that she's won it. She thinks she's won it, and she is saying, no, she hasn't won the match yet. It was only a 2 count. Rustee comes up from behind her, and there she goes. 1, 2, 3. That's it. The winner of the match